Welcome back everybody, it's John the Jedi. This is going to be my Spider-Man 3 Daredevil crossover episode. Kevin Smith was talking about a potential crossover in the next Spider-Man film, and of course we're all wondering what was going to be happening with the Netflix characters. So we're going to break this down top 5 style. So number 5. Kevin Smith is claiming that Daredevil will be appearing as a potential lawyer for Peter Parker after the events of Spider-Man Far From Home's end credit scene, with J. Jonah Jameson announcing that Mysterio identified Spider-Man as Peter Parker. In the movie, there is obviously going to be a segment where Spider-Man is going to try and clear his name, and this would be quite a good opportunity to bring in some unused characters like Daredevil. At the point of everyone speculating if Daredevil was going to come into the MCU, however, this was at the time of the contract cooldown. This is basically where there needs to be a cooldown, in this case of 3 years, where after the cancellation of the shows. Netflix and Marvel cancelled the shows back in 2018, but by the time that Spider-Man comes out in July of 2021, or maybe later due to the filming issues, the 3-year period would be up, so they could potentially put Matt Murdock into the MCU and give Charlie Cox the second chance of being Daredevil. He deserves the role after the performance he played in Netflix, although I wouldn't mind one or two of the characters, mainly one being recast. I'm looking at you, Iron Fist. But when they cancelled all these shows, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Daredevil and Iron Fist, Marvel went on all respective Twitter accounts and said it wasn't the last story being told for these characters. Now number 4, like I mentioned before, the Marvel Netflix shows wrapped in 2018, and the release for Spider-Man 3 is in 2021, just outside the 3-year period. It looks like they have met the requirements for the contract, meaning that they can cameo for the characters from the Netflix series. After a certain amount of time though, Marvel can do whatever they want with the characters anyway. Next in number 3 is the big question: are Marvel going to canonize the events of the Marvel Netflix series to the MCU? A lot of Marvel representatives have already said it is canon. However, you can't really say that unless big Marvel characters enter the shows from the movies. Like on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they have Coulson, Fury, and Maria Hill, who all started off in the movies. None of the really big characters ever show up in the shows from the movies. Whenever they mention the events of the films, or the characters in the TV shows, they don't actually use the names. For example, like the Battle of New York, it was known as The Incident in the Netflix series, and Jessica Jones never actually said Captain America's name, but referenced him as the Flag Guy. The Russo brothers did originally have a plan to include the Marvel Netflix characters in the events of Infinity War and Endgame as a cameo, but there were already too many characters in the film. But Kevin Feige hasn't really stated what he's going to be doing with the characters just yet, but he is adamant on getting Daredevil in the MCU, with potentially casting Charlie Cox in the role. Number 2 is going to be, is Charlie Cox's Daredevil going to be reprised, or is it going to be recast? Because the only information we have is that it's going to be a very skilled lawyer, which means if the information is true and Daredevil doesn't appear, it could just be a Matt Murdock cameo and him showing up to be a big part of the plot with getting Spider-Man's name clear. This would be a great way for Daredevil to be introduced into the MCU. The funny thing about this though, is even if Spider-Man clears his name, J. Jonah Jameson is going to find something else to pick up on Spider-Man and make it look like he's ruining the world, and make him look like the bad guy again. Post all of your J. Jonah Jameson and Spider-Man memes in the comments. So number 1, where will Daredevil go after Spider-Man 3? Because he isn't an A-list Avengers character and there isn't going to be an Avengers film for another 4 to 5 years, there isn't a big film that he could really go in. So where could he go? Potentially in a season 4 of Daredevil in a Disney Plus streaming service, or another show or film as a cameo helping another hero like defeat his enemy, just showing up and then going off setting up another season of Daredevil or his own film. But only time will tell. When the news comes out about any of this, I'll do an update video to keep you guys updated. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to smash that like button, it helps the channel grow a lot. Because the dodgy system in YouTube, they just like the likes, I don't know why. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Hit that notification bell to get notified when I upload all of my videos. Click here to watch my latest upload, and click here for my Black Widow breakdown. Everybody stay safe and inside and keep that virus from touching you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.